In the South Carolina legislative session in 2024, there was a focus on workforce development, insurance reforms, and economic growth incentives. But what's coming up on these and other important issues for business in 2025? I'm Brian Francis, president of Lumen Strategy, and this is your South Carolina legislative preview for the upcoming session. First, let's review some key legislative themes that defined last year's session. And let's start with liability. Civil liability reform remained a central issue, and the South Carolina Justice Act aimed at balancing accountability in lawsuits. Currently, the state's joint and several liability structure puts businesses at risk for 100% of damages, even if they're found to have a very small role in the underlying event. And despite significant support for this bill, it did not become law. We also took a look at liquor liability reforms for insurance, with bills introduced to create risk mitigation programs to reduce premiums for business. But again, neither of those passed. However, a Civil Justice and Insurance Study Committee was created with the goal of tackling rising insurance costs affecting all sectors. Workforce development saw some notable advancements, the passage of the apprentice tax credit and expanded incentives for upskilling through the headquarter recruitment bill. They signal strong legislative commitment to addressing workforce shortages. Economic growth and revitalization also received significant support through the past session. We had the expansion of the abandoned buildings tax credit, and the new budget prioritized infrastructure, including roads and bridges, alongside substantial tax cuts to bolster business growth. Unemployment insurance relief also passed, allowing businesses to restructure their tax obligations, providing vital financial stability for small enterprises. Now, looking ahead, the South Carolina State House has a full agenda as it reconvenes in January. Here's what we expect to be some priorities. First, personal income tax reduction. It will likely be a top priority as indicated by the Speaker of the House. Next, a business personal property tax exemption of $20,000 is on the table. It would provide targeted relief for businesses. In the area of energy, there's a pressing need for new sources, and efforts to build a natural gas facility last year suggest action will likely move forward in January. Now, the Senate is expected to prioritize tort reform and insurance reform once again, with particular focus on liquor liability. We'll also see discussions on childcare, though the exact direction of where that will go is unclear. Some possible areas of focus may include modernizing the childcare tax credit and exploring new ideas like a tri-share pilot program to share costs between the state employers and employees. And finally, proposed changes to unemployment benefits may involve adjustments based on the state's unemployment rate in an effort to keep labor in the market. Pre-filing for both the House and Senate will take place on December 5th, 11th, and 12th, and you can visit the State House website to keep track of what bills are pre-filed before the legislature convenes in January. Are you interested in what's in store for your members at the federal level? Check out our recent webinar, Chamber Leadership in the Trump Era. There's a link in your email, and we talk about some of the federal issues we expect to see next year. And want to learn more about how we can help you build an A+ advocacy program, including weekly legislative video updates that you can send to your members? Check out lumenstrat.com or email us at info@lumenstrat.com to schedule some time with me. I'm Brian Francis, and this has been your South Carolina 2025 Legislative Preview.